What's going on, everybody? It's your boy, Ernest T. the Trucker. So, I decided to make this video about MB Global, where I am currently employed. Now, you might have been just like me as far as being skeptical. Can you really make 2,500 plus a week? Is the money really there? And the answer is yes. But there is a stipulation. The stipulation is you have to be an all-around hustler. You can't be one of these drivers that's up in the truck, want to hang around at the truck stops, want to be here. You too tired to do this. I get it, but we out here to make money, and the money's there. I'll give you an example. So, I just had a round trip from Ohio to Kansas, Kansas back to Ohio. Total trip, $3,400. Now, you may be asking, okay, so what's their percentage? They get 18% off of that. Now, you do the math. I'm not a mathematician or nothing like that. But with that one trip alone, I made more than what I would have made at any other job, even the job I just left. I just left a job where I was making $1,200 a week. I was home every day, but granted, I was working 80 plus hours a week. I wasn't getting no more money, wasn't nothing extra, wasn't none of that. So here is, you know, yes, I've made over $2,500. Yes, on the low end, I've made $1,500. That's on the low end. That's me not even doing anything. Okay? So, I have a load tomorrow that I'm picking up to go to Arizona. It's a 29-hour trip, $3,100. Now, this is by far the best option I've seen as far as lease the lease rental thing goes. Now, you don't own this truck by any means. You don't sign no long-term lease. It's a rental truck. It's from Penske. Now, with that comes you are responsible for $725 a week plus 10 cents per mile. Now, with that being said, if you do an average of $5,800 gross minus all of your expenses, you'll walk home with about $2,100. Now, me personally, I've done $9,000 gross. Right? Now, I spent a lot in fuel. I still have my escrow coming out. Now, mind you, if I didn't have my escrow, which is $500 a week for 5 weeks, 5 weeks, if I didn't have that come out, my check would have been upwards of $3,200. That's even with the fuel as high as it was. So, I'm going to give you a little rundown on MB Global. Yes, you're going to fly yourself out there. They will reimburse you. You fly yourself out there. You either get a hold of Miss Harleen or whoever you're dealing with, and they will get you an Uber to the hotel. The hotel is fly now. You'll be in your own room. Breakfast in the morning. They got a jacuzzi. They got, well, I say it's a spa, but I'm from the South. This is jacuzzi. They got a pool. You'll be in a nice room. So when orientation starts, you'll get an Uber. They'll get you an Uber. And you'll go to the office. You'll meet everybody. You'll sit down first day, go over paperwork, blase blase. You know the typical stuff you do in orientation. Then you're going to take a logbook test. For those of you who've never ran a paper log, who's had Pretty much has been easy for you guys with these electronic logs. You're gonna have to pass that paper log test. And the paper log is strictly for them to see if you know how to actually do a log, right? Now, after all of that, you'll meet your dispatcher, get a good handle on them. And here's the cold part about this. The cold part is the dispatchers, they don't make no money unless you make money. Meaning they have a commission based salary. A commission based salary simply is, hey, they get their little 18% off of each load they get you. So the loads are going to come to you. Now, with that being said, when the loads start coming, you take them, you run them. If you're a hustler, you know what this about. It's about this money grab. There's nothing else in between but the money. Straight like that. There's nothing else. Now, you have your equipment department, so you're gonna go through all of that stuff. You're gonna meet your dispatcher, you're gonna meet the equipment guy, you're gonna meet the accounting lady, and all these people are very, very nice. They're from Europe, so they have very thick accents, which is fine, but they're very nice. Just come in with an open mind and a hustler's mentality, and you're gonna make it. Now, when you meet the equipment guy, I think this is how you say his name, Gaddis, or something like that. So you have to get you some straps. You know, they'll front them to you, but you got to pay for them. So you pay for them, you get your straps, you get your truck. I'm in a 2019 Volvo. When I got this truck, it had 66,000 miles. Right now that I'm in Ohio, I am at 90,879 miles. So I've been running. And I've been here, I started orientation May 1st, left May 3rd, and I haven't been home since. There's no need for me to go home. Why? Because I'm on a paper chase. And and it's good money being out here, right? So you'll meet your equipment guy, get your straps, whatnot. You'll get your truck. Like I said, you'll meet your dispatcher. You know, just try to be open minded. You know, give it a couple weeks, see how it goes. And if you and your dispatcher don't get along, you can always switch dispatchers. Now, my dispatcher Vit, I like to say thank you to Jordan Blake. He gave me his dispatcher, which is Vit. Now, I don't know if you'll get Vit, but Vit is pretty damn good by me. You know, the company as a whole is pretty good. They've helped me out. Now, I'm gonna tell you how they helped me out. So, I quit my other job, what have you. They owed me $1,200 for the week. Didn't give me my money. I was late. So they held this company here. I asked them, hey, can you guys, I only have ran, I think, 2 loads. So I wasn't going to make any money and I needed to pay my rent. And my third load I picked up and delivered, it was supposed to go on the next week's check. So I asked them to put it on my first check. And they did. I got all my bills paid. And it took me a couple weeks to get out of that hole I was in. And they helped me out along the way. So, for all the people out there that's like, I've read the reviews, I've seen them, and they're like, oh no, they'll screw you, MB Global will screw you, blah, blah, blah. That's with anything in life. But I don't see it. I don't see it, and I don't look for it. I'm too busy trying to count my paper, take care of my family, and that's all that matters to me. All the he say, she say, all that, I don't care. I had to see it for myself. I was skeptical. I was nervous. I was on the plane nervous. I was in Chicago nervous. I was like, man, I don't know if this is gonna work. I don't know. I was overthinking it. And then when I actually got out here and started doing some things, I actually see what they said is true. The money is there. Now, the people that may say they didn't make any money, they're not telling you the whole truth. They could have got all kind of advances, doing all kind of extra stuff, and then when their check comes, they don't see none of that money. Now, so the most important things you need to know about MB Global. Truck note, 725 a week. And you got these other little fees, but altogether it equals up to 820 a week, right? So you do pay for your own fuel. They give you a EFS fuel card, which only you can fuel at Pilot Flying Jade with that card. Um, it would be better if you had your own fuel card or you pay with your fuel with cash because it would come out cheaper and then you would see more money on your check. But either way, you pay for your fuel at the Pilot Flying J on their fuel card, right? Um, trailers. You get trailers. Be sure you pre-trip that trailer prior to you taking it. Check the tires, slide the tandems back and forth to make sure they move. You are responsible for any damages as far as blown tires, nailing tires, blah blah blah, right? You're responsible for that. Now here's the kicker. Now if you do your pre-trip and you just so happen to go outside, you're looking at the tires and you notice one of your tires is flat. It may not even be a nail in it, it just could be flat. You call equipment, they'll handle it on your truck. Now, you do your pre-trip on the truck and you find that your tire is flat. It could be from anything, you know? Now, as long as it's not blown, you should be fine, right? You should be fine. So, the beauty in this whole program is you got a Penske truck. So, you can either you get free def at Penske. Do not get fuel at Penske because they will charge you double or triple, right? So, the beauty in having these Penske trucks is if this truck breaks down, guess what? If they can't fix it right then and there or within a couple of hours, you get another truck and you keep on going. It's not like a lease where if that truck breaks down, guess what? Your ass is in the ringer. Excuse my French. But yeah. So anyhow, all in all, it's been a great experience with me. I just got a check today, and this was on the low end. I just made a check today for today's Friday, the 14th. I just made a check today for 2164. I had escrow come out. So if I didn't have escrow come out, it'd be $2,600, right? So now, with all this, what you need to remember is when you're getting fuel, when you get the receipt, get two receipts, one for yourself and one to send to the company. You keep your receipts because you are going to have to file your taxes with that. And everything that you buy out here is basically a write-off. So, now, you might ask yourself, man, should I really do it? Yes, do it. If I was you, I'd do it now. Get out here. If you don't like it in 2 weeks, you take the truck back. Boom, you're free to go. And another thing is, what I forgot is, I'm all over the place. Excuse me, guys. But when you want to take your home time, right? Give them a 2 weeks notice. Say, hey, I want to be home on such and such. So you could do this one or two ways. You can either A, get routed to your house, and you can keep the truck there. But if you stay a week, you're going to have a truck note. Two, you could take the truck to Illinois to their yard, drop it off, get a plane, bus ticket, go home for a week or two, then come back. But when you come back, you're not going to have that same truck. You're going to have a whole new one. So be aware of that. So now, everybody that I came into orientation with, I came in with maybe 5 or 6 people. Out of those 5 or 6 people, only one quit because I'm not going to say why. It wasn't nothing bad. It was more or less on his end of the thing, right? Like he had this is where he screwed himself up at. Always, this is another thing. Always, when you pick up a load, scale your load. I cannot stress this enough because A, you will get fined not only by the DOT but by the company. Check all of your lights. I mean, check everything from the rooter to the tutor. For my southern people, y'all know exactly what I mean by that. So, check everything. Be vigilant on this truck and trailer. Check your weight, scale your loads, make sure your loads is in compliance. I mean, your weight is in compliance, and you'll be good. Do all of these things, and you will see the money. I shit you not. Excuse my French. But these people have went above and beyond my expectation because I really thought it was a bunch of BS. I'm not even going to lie. But the fact of the matter is, it's working. It's working. Week by week, I'm getting better and better and better. And I'm so glad I did this versus going to get a lease because you got to think about it. They're making $1.10 a mile, and they sign a contract for that, and they're stuck with that truck for 5 years, right? Like with this here, I can get loads and break down the mileage, and I'm still making more than them. $1.45 a mile, $2 a mile, $2.75 a mile. You know what I mean? Stuff like that. But at the end of the day, I don't look at it like that. People be like, "Oh, $1.45 a mile, that's bad." I'm looking at the big number. It say $3,100. Oh, I gotta go 1,800 miles. Okay, whatever. You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Because in my mind, I look at it like that's more money than I've seen at any other job that I've worked. And I've been a driver for over 12 years. I've been doing this. I'm 33 now. Started when I was 21. You know what I mean? So I've been doing this thing a little minute. And I could have been in a lease purchase years ago, but I didn't want to play that game because the numbers didn't add up. This works for me. You know, it can work for you. Have the mind frame to do it. Have an open mind. Don't come in with an attitude. Nobody likes a whiny baby back bitch. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants to hear you whine. Nobody want to hear all that, bro. Like, seriously, nobody wants to hear that. So, when you come out, when you fly, bring all your stuff with you. If you got blankets, get you a big suitcase, pack your blankets right, pack all your stuff, bring with you so you don't have to go back home to get stuff. So when you leave Chicago, you go and then you stay out, get your money on, then go home. When I go home, I kid you not, I promise you, what I'm going to have, and I'll make a video of it. When I go home, I'm on track to walk home, to go home with at least $12,000 in my bank account. That's after all of my bills are paid, everything is done. $12,000 to go home and chill for maybe a week and come back out and get to it. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's real in the field, bro. I'm going to keep it all the way 1,000 with you. It's like, man, if y'all sitting at home and y'all thinking about it, you can keep on thinking. Dreamers gonna stay asleep. Hustlers gonna get out here and beat the feet. Straight like that. You know what I mean? But anyhow, it's been real. This is my first video on YouTube. Shout out to Jordan Blake. Shout out to Vit. my dispatch. Shout out to everybody at MB Global. I appreciate y'all. And if you do decide to go, let your boy get that referral bonus, man. You know what I mean? And my name is Ernest, by the way. You could just say, "Hey, Ernest referred me." You know what I mean? And let me get that, man. For real. Anyway, I'm a little tired, so I'm about to go hit the shower, get me some Denny's in my belly, and do my little 1-2 step. And guess what? See you when I see you. I'm 10-10 in the wind and all that good stuff.